everybody, this is Sam from Sugar's Fun Run. Today I'm in my kitchen and I want to show you how to make my favorite chocolate cupcakes. You only need one bowl for this recipe. It's really simple, so let's go ahead and get started. First, add 2 cups of granulated sugar. This is 1 3/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of flour. I use natural cocoa powder, not Dutch processed, so this is all natural 100% cocoa powder. 3/4 cup of cocoa powder, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Stir these together until they're well combined. Once these are well combined, we're going to add our wet ingredients. We're not going to use butter in today's recipe. We're actually going to use either vegetable oil or canola oil. I prefer to use canola oil. Because this recipe has such a great chocolate flavor, you're not going to miss the butter, and the oil actually makes these extra moist and soft, so you get a much better texture by using oil. 2/3 cup canola oil, and 1 cup milk. Now stir these until they're well combined. Next, we're going to add 2 large lightly beaten eggs and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. We'll stir these into the batter. Now we're going to add 1 cup of hot water or hot coffee. You can certainly use really hot water. I like to use hot coffee because it really brings out the chocolate flavor. You do want to use a hot liquid because that makes the cocoa powder bloom and gives these cupcakes a really rich chocolate taste. And then 1 cup of hot coffee or hot water. The batter will separate a bit. Just keep stirring until it's evenly combined. As you can see, the batter is really thin. That's totally fine and exactly what it's supposed to look like. Now we're going to portion the batter into our muffin tins. You're going to need 2 12-count muffin tins because this recipe makes 24 cupcakes. Fill each cupcake liner about 2/3 of the way full. Now we're going to go ahead and bake these on a 350-degree Fahrenheit oven for about 18 to 20 minutes. What we're looking for is cupcakes that spring back lightly when touched, and if you insert a toothpick in the center, it comes out clean or with just a few moist crumbs. So you don't want the toothpick to come out with wet batter. Alright, while our cupcakes are in the oven, we're going to go ahead and make our chocolate buttercream. To do this, you're going to start with 2 sticks of salted butter, and you want those to be softened to room temperature so they're easy to stir. We're going to go ahead and cream this butter, and we're going to gradually add some powdered sugar. This recipe calls for a total of 4 cups of powdered sugar. So I add a little bit at a time, and gradually stir. To make it a little easier to stir, you can go ahead and add part of your milk right now. I would add about 2 tablespoons of milk at this point. And keep adding your flour until it's all been added. And that's sugar, not flour, sorry about that. Once your butter and sugar are creamed together, go ahead and add your cocoa powder. And stir that in, adding more milk as needed so that it really starts to come together. And go ahead and add your vanilla extract at this point too. That's 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now if your frosting still isn't soft enough at this point and creamy enough, you can add more milk. All in all, we're going to add about 3 to 4 tablespoons of milk total. So add milk until you get the consistency that you're looking for. Okay, once your frosting is a great texture, and we'll go ahead and let you see this looks nice and smooth and creamy, you're going to want to pipe it on your chocolate cupcakes. So let your cupcakes cool completely. We're going to put this in a large piping bag, or you can just spread it on top of the cupcakes. So you've got your frosting, and put that in a piping bag. Grab some sprinkles, and let your chocolate cupcakes cool completely before frosting. Go ahead and pipe your chocolate frosting on top of your cupcakes. I'm using an Attico 846 tip. Make sure to add sprinkles. And that's it, guys. That's how you make my favorite chocolate cupcakes completely from scratch. Thanks for watching.